happy Thursday, everyone. If you are listening to this on a Thursday, this is Laurie-Ann, and you are listening to Be in Demand. This is the podcast all about how to leverage public speaking events to get positioned as the expert, monetize your story, and attract perfect clients. Today is a special speaker breakthrough session with my friend Alexi. And if you would like your own speaker breakthrough session, stick around to the end. Alexi, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning. I'm very good this morning, in spite of being hot, but I'm good. Delighted to be here.
Yes. Yes, the weather is warm here too. Alexi, what do you do? What do you do? What do you speak on?
I am a joyful, resilient mentor and speaker. So how this all came to be, more than 25 years ago, I was diagnosed with cancer, and without medical intervention, I was cancer-free in a year's time. It was mindset and resilience plus some lifestyle changes. And through the years, through challenges like everybody does, my more significant one was I moved 6 times in 1 year, so I was basically homeless. More resilience came into being. And so now, given that I've got the experience healing myself with cancer naturally from the inside out, and then the homeless situation, um, people today are, whether you've been diagnosed with cancer, whether you're, gone through a divorce or some loss, everybody needs a little bit of resilient skills so they feel more confident, empowered, feel like they have purpose. And so they feel confident that they can achieve what they want to achieve and
Mhm.
thrive and go on and inspire other people.
Thank you. Thank you
Yes,
for what you do and for sharing. Are you looking to do more speaking engagements?
yes, I am.
Okay, so that's what this whole speaker breakthrough session is about. So
Okay.
what do you want to get out of us working together?
Well, I'd like just maybe some other suggestions on how to get onto stages. Okay, I wanted to approach there's a list of various people you can approach from event planners to associations to clubs to, people for myself, it would be in the health field, health and wellness. And it's a numbers game, you need the speaker reel, you need, your speaker sheet, some experience that they've got. And if a person has not very much experience, how do they break through that barrier?
Okay, so let's talk about what kind of experience you have done.
Well, not speaking on stages, but I taught for years when I was in the cancer prevention field, I guess you could say. I taught for at schools, I taught at chiropractic offices, I taught in private homes, I taught at health food stores. So, like, speaking is not new to me. It's just not speaking to large crowds.
Okay, but would you start with a smaller crowd?
Well, mhm,
Fantastic. So, of the things that you had mentioned, I want to basically bust the myth that you need to have a speaker reel or you need to
okay.
have sort of a speaker one sheet. I'm literally like I come from the professional speaking world and I know, like friends of mine who they are still like professional keynoters and yeah, they got video, but like this is what they do. And recently saw a discussion in the Facebook group about, hey, can somebody share their speaker one page with me? I need to create a new one. And a lot of these professional speakers were like, I don't even use it anymore. Like people don't even ask for that
Yeah, yeah.
because
Okay.
there's so much of a social media footprint that it's so easy for me as a meeting planner. Like I can go to your Instagram, I can watch your stories, I can look at your Facebook, I can look, there's so much that I can look at that I don't need this very well polished sheet of paper that has your very best testimonial on it.
Oh, well, that's great to know.
Yes. So breath of fresh air, you don't have to worry about that. And especially since you're just starting out, don't worry about it. But you've got a lot of speaking experience, and I would definitely be mentioning that so that a meeting planner, their job is to bring in speakers, but their job is a little on the line because they wanna make sure that you're not gonna choke when after they introduce you and they bring you on stage and all of a sudden you're, like, looking at all the people and, like, let's just say, like, there's only, like, 50 people and you're just like Like a meeting planner is going to be like, oh my God. But
Right.
you have spoken at chiropractor's office, health food stores. I mean, you listed off all these different places. So let's make sure that meeting planners or whoever's hiring you, bringing you in to speak, that they know that. And so that
Right.
information you can put on your website.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Here are all the different places that I've spoken and all the different organizations and companies and associations, all that good stuff. Let your website do the talking for you. But there was something else that you said. You're like, do I meeting planners, association, groups? There's so many different ways. And it really is about building relationships. So the speaking world, as I love to say, is a long and a short game. So
Okay.
do you have a speech that's ready to go?
Yes, it-
Fantastic. And how many speeches do you have ready to go?
One is the one, my major one, and then I've got two sort of subtitles or sub speeches, I guess. So
Okay.
I have three choices.
Fantastic.
And then there's a school of thought: have a signature speech, don't have a signature speech. What's your view on that?
To have a signature speech.
Okay.
Okay. And so here's why. You get really good at delivering that signature speech when you give it again and again and again. Same
Mhm.
thing with your stories. So one of the things that I teach people inside in-demand signature speech is you build your speech in blocks so that it's really easy to say, I don't want to have block number 2, but I'm going to bring in this up because I want to talk about this other stuff for this particular audience. There's a way to customize your speech for the particular audience that you're speaking for.
Right.
But to have some of the very similar stories that you are sharing over and over again, you just get really good at delivering that story. And when
Okay.
you're good at delivering that story and that speech, people can't help but fall in love with you. And then they're raving about you. They remember you, which is important. And then they're referring you to other places to speak.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So what's
Okay.
been holding you back from getting booked?
I'm getting distracted doing other things.
That never happens to me. I say very sarcastically. Okay. Here's what I would suggest, that you have 3 non-negotiables, that these 3 things have to happen every single day.
Okay.
And if you can front end them in the beginning of your day and just know, like, I did my 3 things, I'm good. So I can go get distracted all I want for the rest of the day.
Okay.
Okay? So if I told you to build your speaking business, you have to do 3 things. Like, what are your 3 non-negotiables going to be?
Practice.
Practice. Practice what?
Practice your signature speech. Practice your speech over and over and over and over and over.
Okay, I'm gonna say no. I don't want those. I don't want that to be one of your non-negotiables because that you might be doing all alone inside of your living room.
Okay.
We gotta
So
get you booked. We have to get your message out there.
okay, so approach for clubs, organizations, event planners, whatever, each day.
Okay, what's another?
Um, good question. I don't know because what I thought I should be doing, um, shouldn't be doing. So
Okay, I'm gonna help you out here.
okay,
Okay. Are you on social media?
yeah,
Fantastic. I want you to be writing at least 1 post at least 3 times a week.
I post 2 posts and one short video daily.
Fantastic. All right. So social media needs to be one of yours because we're getting your message out there. And where do you post these
Uh,
3 daily?
On LinkedIn and Facebook.
Fantastic. Are you opposed to Instagram?
It's just it's a venue I haven't been using, but yeah, no, not at all.
No, you can still. I love the fact that you're on LinkedIn,
Mm,
but the only reason why I'm actually suggesting Instagram is because there's a lot of meeting planners, their assistants
okay,
are on Instagram and they're going to go do a search, hashtag resilient speaker,
okay, gotcha. Okay.
hashtag health speaker. Okay. So just keep reusing what you already have and put it out there.
Mm,
So fantastic. Social media. Okay. You're going to do 4 outreaches. I'm actually going to decrease that to 2,
okay.
and I'll explain to you why. You're going to do at least 2 outreaches. And I want you to make up some sort of like a Google Sheets, some sort of a spreadsheet where you remind yourself, like, here's who I'm reaching out to. Here was their email address. Here's their phone number,
Yeah,
all that sort of information, and what date that you reached out to them. And
great.
how did you reach out to them? So, in other words, one day I want you to send them an email.
Mhm,
And then a week later, if you don't hear from them, I want you to pick up the phone and call them and have a
okay,
lovely message, something short, sweet, some sort of follow-up message. And then if you still don't hear from them, then you can send another email the following week.
right,
Yeah. And so your second non-negotiable is a follow-up. Oh, so I want you to make that time to follow up with people. So today you're going to do 2 outreaches, and your follow-up non-negotiable will be contacting somebody that you've already spoken for.
okay,
You would be surprised at how often you can get rebooked from a place that you've already spoken for, and then have a post-event process. Like when you get rebooked and you get
mhm,
booked for other events, having a post-event process will actually help you get booked in the future. And I've done a whole podcast episodes on like what your post-event process should be.
okay,
So those can be your 3 non-negotiables.
okay. Well, thank you.
You're welcome. And then as soon as you got some dates on the calendar, then yeah, you better be practicing.
Oh, well, yeah. Good. Well,
I mean, I do have speaker friends, who are professional keynoters, and like one gentleman that I'm thinking of in particular, I mean, he tells like other speakers, he's like, oh yeah, he goes, I give a speech every single day. Sometimes it's just to myself in my office, like there is no audience.
okay,
But he's like, I give my keynote every single day.
okay,
And why does he do that? Because he gets really good and he's ready. So you practicing, I would say that that would be a bonus non-negotiable.
great. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So I just want to emphasize, like, having a speech that is outstanding, that is the 3 C's leads to the 3 R's. And what I tell people and my clients is you want your speech to be compelling, captivating, and most importantly, converting. So that the audience has the 3 R's, which is we want the audience raving about you, remembering you, and referring you. And that's what an outstanding presentation signature speech will do for you.
You said compelling,
Compelling,
captain. Mhm.
captivating, and most importantly, converting. And converting can mean having the audience like have the 3 R's so that you step off the stage to another speaking event. Somebody comes up to you and says, I need you to come in and speak in my company, in my organization. It can be that sort of spin-off business.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, this is great. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm so glad that you said yes to this. So, would you tell the audience 2 gold nuggets that you were walking away with?
Well, the nuggets are, non-negotiables. four items to do every single day it's the reaching out and the follow-up, and then, a week later, follow up again, or a month later, follow up again. And then I really like the idea of practicing your speech in your office after all the negotiables have been done, because it still keeps you in frame of mind that this is why I am doing this, you know?
Yeah. Fantastic. Thank you so much. So would you share with the audience where they can find you, follow you, and learn a little bit more about you?
The best place is LinkedIn, LinkedIn under my name, Alexi Bracey. That is the best place. And then under LinkedIn and Facebook, I do have um, a newsletter that I post every day, something related to resilience, to happiness, to joy.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Alexi. Okay, make sure you link in with me, like make sure we're connected over on LinkedIn also. So thank you so much for coming on the show. And if you would like your own speaker breakthrough session and come on the show to get some world-class coaching without the world-class price, feel free to book a call, and that link will be down below. And thank you very much, Lexi.
Thank you.
Are you tired of hearing crickets on social media? Wondering where to get seen by the right people? Or frustrated with the growth of your business? Then the Speaker Breakthrough Session is just for you. During this free 20-minute discovery call, I'll help you recognize where you're leaving money and opportunity on the table. You'll walk away with tips and a strategy to leverage speaking opportunities to get positioned as the expert, visible to the right people, and monetize your expertise. Book your call at speakandstandout.com/SBS for Speaker Breakthrough Session.